welcome back to the blackbird shed. Yeah, first of all, apologies for not putting the video out for 2 months now, or just over 2 months. Quite a few of the things that were happening back then regarding some of the babies that were due to hatch and some of the young that were being fed. We had a few deaths and a few things didn't happen. I've been on holiday a couple of times. I got a bit demoralised with it a little bit, not with carrying on looking after the birds, you get the highs and the lows, but just didn't feel like doing a video really. So I'll try to remember what happened. I haven't reviewed my last video. I think there were some things that were definitely due to happen and they didn't happen really. But I'll try filling along the way as I go through the cages and what's going on at the moment. Right, so yeah, welcome back. So let's go first of all to this top cage here. Right now, previously I think we had, well, all the birds that are in here are all outside at the moment. We had a cage here we had a nest. It's actually this one here, probably that one there actually, was here, and it had a Gouldian finch baby which was ready to come out of the nest just before I went to Cornwall. It did come out and it was looking healthy. Went to Cornwall, came back, found it dead just down here alongside a cutthroat as well, but that cutthroat was ill. Yeah, so it was still flopping around. It was dead. It hadn't got rigor mortis. Obviously it only just died recently. I was only away for about 4 days. Now whether the parents got distracted and just didn't feed it, that could have happened, because there's a lot going on in there. They were also sat on more eggs. Now those eggs that they were sat on, well, I moved, well, these young here, they were in there and they've hatched. Now these hatched and they've fledged a few days back really now. So these here, they've been weaned by the parents now a couple of weeks. And what I did was just to make sure that the parents are feeding them, instead of getting distracted with other stuff that's going on, I partitioned them off. And although they'd left the box, I moved the box over to here, so that if they were going to start sitting on a box again, they were close to their young. Now they're still feeding the young, they're doing really well. So another couple of young Gouldian finches there, and I'm more confident with these than, well, to be fair, I was confident with that one. That was a bit of a shock that I saw it dead. But these are doing a lot better. They've been out of the nest for probably 10 to 14 days now, and they seem to be doing well. Father's doing well. They're actually on some more eggs at the moment. They're on, right, so I've got the chart over here. They are number 3. Yeah, they're on 2 eggs. Not a lot, but I think they're both fertile. But we'll he's been doing quite a bit of sitting. But they're also, I've seen them feeding the young as well. Probably next couple of days, perhaps on my next day off, I'll just remove the partition and they can be released back in with all the others. Right, down here, this is our pair of parrot finches. The red-headed one, the red-throated one, and that yellow-throated sea green. Now, they had, at the time when I did the last video, they just hatched some young. Now, as far as I can remember, they tossed 2 of the young. So I put them in down here with the where my fosterers are, the society finches or bengalese, and then they tossed them. Now, if you remember back then, 2 months ago, the fosters were fostering what I thought were hybrids. There's the cockbird up there. Yeah, I thought they were fostering some hybrids. Turns out they're not hybrids. They were from a nest box here where we had the starfinches. They're just starfinches, but the one has got a white head, which is really weird, or little marks on its head. See if I can get a picture of it later on, just outside. Now, they're on eggs at the moment. They're dummy eggs. Right, now, as So that was a disaster. They were dead young. Since then they've had another 4 eggs. They've hatched those. All 4 young were in there, doing fine on the day that they hatched. Came back the day later that day, they were all tossed. They were all just on the bottom there. Now they weren't just tossed, they've been killed. So that's either the cock or the hen, or could be both, or, you know. But good things, the good news from that is that yes, they did sit on them and they did hatch them. They were fertile. Now, at the moment, we have got another 4 eggs. Another 4 eggs in there. Now, I'm going to assume they're fertile. So what I'm going to do is I've got to make the decision whether I'm keeping them in there and giving them a 3rd chance, or whether I try them with the down there. Now those are dummy eggs at the moment, so when those eggs are put in there and they hatch those themselves, perhaps they'll got more chance of looking after them than they would have done when they had 2 fledglings in there, basically like this. Now it could have been the fledglings that disrupted the whole game and made them toss them. So they have reared previously chestnut mannequins for 3, and those 2 starfinches recently. So they will rear other birds, that pair. Now up here at the moment, I've got cage 1. Chestnut mannequins are on 4 eggs. Now they're fertile as far as I can see. There's another couple of eggs in there recently, so I've just removed. I'm trying to keep just the fertile eggs in there now. I think that possibly there is a chestnut mannequin in there now. So let's have a look. Yeah, there it is. Now that one is a new one. I think it's got a green band. Didn't quite catch that, but it has. It's the cock, and inside, yeah, we've got the eggs. Right. Yeah, now they've added some more eggs to this again. Just to focus that. Yeah, so I've marked 2 of these eggs as being new, and they're probably the chestnut mannequins. Now I don't know whether the other ones are chestnut mannequin eggs or what, but I'm going to try and keep the original ones in there and remove the newer ones, or I'm not sure. Again, I've only got the 1 foster pair down here, so I can only use it with those. Right, so yeah, canaries. Got quite a few odd canaries in here. There's young cocks and as well as hens. Things have been going on outside. There's a few nests outside which have got possibly canaries on. Right, now better news. I've set up 3 pairs of canaries over this side. These 2 pairs are on some eggs at the moment. This pair, absolutely fantastic. Now they've had 5 eggs. They've hatched them all, and they've been feeding them absolutely fantastic. Now normally when I have 5 eggs, normally you don't get them all fed perfect, especially because the last I put them in, there's 4 eggs, so sometimes the 5th egg doesn't get can get as much food as the first 4, so it's very rare that with my canaries that 5 will live. But let's have a look in here now. just jump out this side because they're so close to fledging. Yeah. There's 5 birds in there, pretty sure. And they're really close to fledging, maybe today, later today or tomorrow. I've heard them flapping their wings a lot, and they feed them a hell of a lot. I've been so worried that they're not going to get fed. I've been feeding them soft food in 2 places and giving them lots of seafood as well. It's a real mess in there at the moment as well. So once they have fledged, I'll partition this off a bit, clean this out and get back to normal again. Oh, there's Blue, the Parrot left. What are you doing? Right, yeah, these 2 down here, they have got, they're on 3 dummies at the moment. Their eggs are just up there, and this one down here is on 3. Now, oh yeah, got a new story, or a new pair of birds. They're in here, you can't see them. It's like going to the zoo and looking at the pandas and they don't come out. Right, okay, so these are moloch and mannequins. Now I got those quite a time ago, and they've laid 3 eggs, and I know of well, the 14th, today's the 16th, is it? I know that there's at least 2 young in there now. I did do a video the other day, but I'm so wary of yeah, we've got now, these are this pair of moloch and mannequins. They're DNA registered, so I knew they were a pair, and they were born, or their birth date was October last year, 27th of October last year. So October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. They're like 6 or 7 months old. They already have 2 chicks which have hatched at least, and they seem to be doing okay on it. I'm just really wary of disturbing them, and I keep checking the floor just to see if there's a body, and so far not seen anything. So that's a new pair that I've had. Right, now the last few weeks I've been cracking on with things in the shed, even though I haven't been doing the videos. One thing I've been doing is the cage that was over here. So the big cage that was here that went right to the ground. If you remember, if you've seen any of my older videos, about a year ago we partitioned it off here to create just a smaller cage which could have trays to remove the rubbish, and then it left a space underneath which was going to be made into cages. Now I've moved on quite a lot with that now. So what I've done, what I've managed to do, the first thing I did was I put the floor in. So we've gone with a floor that's sort of level with the floors on the other cages. Put a bit of trim on it, made it look quite nice. It's all not quite finished off yet, but it's got an edge to it, and this bit of pattern to it here, and it's just sort of to match up with what's going around there. I've worked quite a lot in here. Already put that little bit of architrave in round there so that the trays can go underneath, and right round here as well, it's around there too. Painted it green and painted the white. Also got LEDs in here ready as well. Now I did the LEDs and this work and as much work I could in here before I put this shelf in. Now I've only recently put this shelf in about 10 days ago, or about a week ago I think. Oh yeah, last week I was off. While this shelf wasn't here, I was able to do all the tops here where the rudders are going to go. So I've done all this around here, painted it white, put these in, screwed up to fix these in, which are again pieces of architrave in. And that's what the partition's going to run in. There'll be a partition piece down the back there, and then there'll be a piece that goes along there. So very similar to what's in these here. So a piece that goes along the top, a piece that goes along the bottom, and a piece at the back. Yep. And that'll allow a partition like this to go down it. Now I'm not going to put pieces of wood down the middle here. I'm just going to put the cage fronts right next to each other, a bit more like these are. And then when I remove the cage fronts, I've just got a much bigger, I've just got a much bigger area to be able to get in there and do stuff that I need to do. Now I've just recently undercoated this bit here. And this frame is in position for the cage fronts to go onto there. There'll also be a cage front on this side, and I'll do the same down there as well, but I'm not going to work on that down there till this is finished. What I've got to do down here is I've got to put the top runners in before I put the frame in, and then the runners to the partition there. So the idea is to have a partition here, and I'm only got a partition in the corner here, and that's just so that I might want to have this as a cage, and I might want to have this corner piece part of this piece, because once I remove this partition here, then effectively this whole cage is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It'll be 6 cages in a whole run, and that's what will happen at the bottom as well. There'll be a run that goes right the way around like that. What I'm going to put in here, I'm not certain yet, but I've got some ideas. I might go with fawn silver bills, or then again I might partition this bit off and have the silver bills that side, and have some pair of Gouldian finch over here, or whatever I need to put together at the time. Yeah, so that's gone quite well. So to show you a bit more inside, so this is the inside of the top part. I've got to do trays for in here, and then because the trays have to push in that way, I can't have the partitions going straight to the ground. I've got to have them off the ground so that the trays can slide underneath. They can go underneath. You'll see that though when I've done it, you'll understand more then. Yeah, there's the window. It takes out to the aviary, which is perspex over that, and it's finished off nicely around there as well. I've even finished off pieces that no human will see, which is the thing that I do. I don't know why. Sort of obsessed with making sure that the colours are all right. Only the birds will see that. Absolutely wasting my time, but it's just a thing I like doing. I like to finish it off as best I can as well, where I could just whack it together in a couple of days really, and it would be good enough to look after birds. But I enjoy doing it to the best of my ability. It's a bit of, just keeps me interested in it really. But once I've done this area here, that's basically it in this room. There's no more space. There you go. So there'll be 2 cages there. So that's 23. So that'll be 24, 25, 26 and 27. That bottom one's quite a bit deeper. I'll be putting the quail over across to there, and then I'll be putting perhaps another pair of foster parents there. Obviously over here we've got the 4 triple breeders. So it's the bottom one I'm not using there. Got the metal cages here, which you've got the Parrot. These Irish cock birds. Nothing in these 2 down the bottom here yet. Yeah, taking a bit of a back, not bothering so much with the canaries this year. I didn't really want to bog myself down with dozens of canary chicks. Might get rid of them completely, don't know. Might start concentrating on a particular colour. I mean, I do like these that's it really. Let's go outside. Let's just see whether I can spot any of those. Lovely weather at the moment as well. Okay. Oh, there's the. You should remember there was the large Gouldian finch, which was from that large hen. It was taking 8 months to fledge out properly. Well, he has fledged out properly and he's absolutely gorgeous. So if I can get a close up of him. There he is there. So he's slightly bigger than the other ones I've got. And he has come out absolutely beautiful. Very purple chest, really bright red head. Now if the others come out anything like him, they're going to be beauties too. There's the father of the other birds, the other Gouldian finches. He's still quite a big bird and a nice purple breast, but his young don't tend to be. There we go. So these are the star finches. The other Gouldians. There's a few young. There's a young one there. That's one from the orange head. He's the orange head with the black-headed hen, which is his daughter. That one just there, which is molting out bad. You can see he's got a stump for a foot. And he's his ring basically had opened up a little bit and gone down onto over his toes. And I managed to remove the ring, and unfortunately it removed. It wasn't able to save his toes, but he's happy enough. But he does have a problem on perches. Might be able to see if I can just get this round. It's a bit dark, but that foot on that side is just a stump really. So he's still got a stump there. His legs there. It's just he's basically missing his toes. And I suppose that can be a problem with that type of ring. Now, just there, we've got the weaver bird. That's the cock. He's looking gorgeous at the moment, but just behind the back there, just there, that's one that I thought was a hen, but that one as well, but seems to be quite a bit of colouring up coming through on those. Yeah, so in this other side there's quite a lot. It's basically just there's canaries in there. They're Irish. Let's move these birds through and we'll have a look. You can't see the white-headed starfinch out here, which is a cock by the way. Seen it singing. Whether it's related to the yellowhead one and somehow it's got a pied in it, I don't know, but let's see if I can spot it. Typical. Can't see it when you're looking for it. Nope. Must have gone in. And Ivy's doing really well now, really growing up that wall. Ah, there it is. Right, okay, it's just there, just by the ladder down a bit further. You can see it's got a white crown. That's one of the ones which I thought was a hybrid. You can see it's clearly a star finch. We'll see what it turns out. I mean, I suppose she's got the red beak. It hasn't fully fledged out yet. It's got the spots on its front. She's got that white head. Somebody said it could be the fact that it was fostered and that they feed them with something different, and some of the feathers come out in white when they're fostered. But we'll see. Okay, so I'm just looking in here to see if I can see any action with anything really. You can see the weaver finches have been trying to make something. They've put the canaries there. There's a nest here, I think. We'll have a look. No, nothing in there. No, I do know there's something in here. Look, there's the hen sat on the nest. Now, last time I looked at this, there's 4 canary eggs in there. So I'm going to shut this door behind me and step in into this part of the aviary. There you go, you can see my water coming down from there, the ground to there, and they use this to bathe and drink from. And it goes down to a bit of a soak away, sinkhole, and I'll pump it back up again. Well, there she is. It's a very unorthodox nest with a bit of an angle, and it looks like some of the birds have destroyed the top of it, so I don't know if it's really sheltered. But if she'd get off on her own, I don't really want to disturb her. Well, she's like a cinnamon Irish. Now, none of the other birds I've got are cinnamon in colour. I don't know how she's managed to appear. But she's one of the young from last year. A lot of these nests are just purely roosting nests. Right, we've got some bengalese up here. Right, let's see what we got in here. Oops. Nope. That's amazing. That's brilliant. So we've got some bengalese young. So that bird there, and the brother, it's either brother or sister, or cousin or auntie, have got together. And we've got, looks like, at least five young there. I'm not going to disturb that canary. Get these doors back open again. So basically I just get into here, partition those off so that they don't get into the other aviaries. 2 aviaries here. Got some nests over here as well. So again, these look like they're just used for roosting. No eggs in that one. I'll check this one. No. And there's also one here. Nothing going on there. And one up here as well. Oh, that one's got eggs in. Can't tell if they're cold. There may be something going on there. Right, Time to leave the aviary. Yeah, so you've spotted the bird with the white head. Let's try and give you a bit more to look at. Something else going on as well. And that's in that box up there. Now, that Gouldian finch is hard to tell. All three of these really. Quite a light yellow chest. If anything, that's likely to be the cock. Hard to tell. Possibly a black head on that one. So that nest up there, I've seen chestnut mannequins in it, and I've seen what you can see now, which is starfinches. Nothing going on in that one, and it just seems to put leaves in that one. So these birds will just move on. We'll have a look in there. Also got this box here. Yeah, that bird there's got quite a lavender sort of lilac chest to it, so I'm not sure whether that's going to be a cock or a hen. And you see a lot of black on its head, but that could just be the outline. You see it's in full molt at the moment. Right, we'll have a look in this one first. So I'll just see if I can get my head in line with it. Can't see anything in there. Oh, there's some eggs in there. This one, we get a surprise. Let's have a look. Let's get the flash on, just in case. Oh, we've got eggs. Yeah, no idea whose eggs they are, but because I have seen the chestnut mannequins in there, and I've seen the in there at the moment is the starfinches. Let's just see what happens. So that's interesting. At least 5 well-fed bengalese finches. Probably they're going to be pied dark and white and cinnamon and white out in the aviary. Yeah, it's been fairly good evenings recently, so, and if I can identify that pair once they've reared, I'll check their ring colours. That can be the new pair I use for fostering down there. Yeah, anyway, so yeah, so again, apologies for the late update. Hope that's filled you in on what's happened. I'll try to make sure I do a video each week, or at least every 2 weeks. So if I do another video, hopefully it's good to me perhaps get you some pictures of these molochans. And by the way, at the moment they're both off. Right, perfect timing. Right, okay. Very lucky. Okay, so I don't want to disturb them too much. Problem is the hole is very small. What I'll do is I won't use the flash. Right, there you go. I'll use the torch. So just the 2 young are moving. So that's good. That's what the parents look like. So they're not as big as the chestnut mannequins, got a very defined brown and black, with the speckled front. Apparently they're very easy to breed. Well, considering those birds are 7 months old, we're going too young. That is showing that now. I've just got to make sure I don't disturb them too much, because I don't want those too young to get brought up. That would be a success story really early on. Anyway, yeah, I'll try and get back. I'll try and get a video a bit earlier next time. Thanks very much for watching. Sorry, I've probably dragged it on a bit. And yeah, next video we'll perhaps update on how they've done. Hope it's good news. We'll probably have these canaries, these 5 chicks will be on sticks. We'll have those Gouldian finches rung up, and they'll be out in the area with the rest. You can hear them being fed now. And maybe some more success with these eggs we've got down here with these parrot finch eggs. But I'm not got my hope up on those too much. So again, thanks for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button if you like the video. And I'll see you again next time, and hopefully that won't be in 2 months' time. Cheers, thank you for watching. Take care.